All right, what's up, guys? So we are going to be talking about the Wesley Augustino case tonight that we had went and searched for the last 2 days. We've got a guest on tonight with us. Um, he was with us for the last 2 days, searching for Wesley. So I'm gonna bring him in. His name is John. He is with Integrity K9 Services. So, John, if you would just kind of tell us, what you do and how you do it and all that good stuff.
Okay, I have a canine, a German Shepherd. She's 3 years old. She has been trained since she was 8 weeks old, and I work with her. I retired 3.5 years ago, and I work with her. And whenever we get an opportunity to go out to work to look for someone, she's trained in tracking and also in human remains detection. So anytime we get an opportunity to be of service, we like to respond and go.
So you do this part time, full time?
Well, working with her is full time. I mean, we train constantly, but
Exactly.
this is a voluntary deal, so I can't even say that it's any time. It's all the time that we get a call. Anytime
Right.
we get an opportunity, we like to respond.
Anytime you get a call, you go. You don't charge families a dime, just like we don't. It's all 100% volunteer.
No, it's 100% volunteer.
Absolutely. John, I just
You
want to
get
thank you
plenty in
for.
return.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you get plenty in return when you work with these families and you see how much it means to them, especially when you've had a successful search. And even when you give 110% of you and your canine, and to see what they turn around and how it impacts them and affects them, that somebody has volunteered to come and help. We're not a public service that's getting paid by the city or the county or the state. It's a voluntary deal, and that means a lot to people.
Right. So you're not a 501c3 company. So basically anybody could call you to come out and help, with a search. They don't have to you don't have to have law enforcement to call you
Oh,
in, just like we don't.
no,
Correct?
I go. It always helps when they you ask you to come and be a part of something, but it's not necessary.
Exactly. So you're basically just like me, if a family needs your help, you're going to go and help.
We're going to be there.
Absolutely. Okay, so John, you've been with me the last couple of days, searching for Wesley on the Tennessee River over in Kentucky by the Kentucky Dam. Um, we thought possibly that we might have had something, but we ended up having law enforcement come out. The water rescue crew, they come out. They was on the boat with me. Very cordial, very respectful, and professional people. You met them, so
Very
um,
much so.
me and I think it was the director. I know he was the coroner in that area that went out on the boat with me, which was also a diver in that area. He went out there with me. I can't remember his name, but he went out there with me. I showed him what I was looking at on sonar. He had some sonar experience, and to him, same thing. I mean, it looked promising. Like I said, I was roughly 70%. I was a little bit more than half convinced that it could be. Just by the way that it was laying, it looked like it had, feet on the end of it. So that's why we went ahead and called them in to drag it. And anyway, we had them to drag it, ended up hooking it, and it about pulled their boat in. So it definitely wasn't what we was looking for.
Right.
It was a log. We ended up getting the log turned over, and when it turned over and sonared it again, you could see that a big old hole was in it from where a trunk had broke off.
Down there in the silt.
Yes. So we searched and searched and searched. Like I said, up until what was it, like 6 o'clock last night on the river.
Yep.
So, you know, your dog did alert a few times yesterday on the boat. Sorry, hang on. Anyway, first of all, let me say thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I'm sorry I'm not reading the comments yet. I'm trying to get all this out and kind of give you guys an update and everything about it. Everything that's went on for the last 2 days out there, and catch everybody up, and then we'll go through, get questions and things like that. Anyway, your dog did alert a couple of times on the he just commented.
Just messaged you, Ron. You can disregard that now.
Anyway, but as you know, as well as I do,
she alerted on the area where it's believed that he entered the water.
Right. So what happens is, if people out there in YouTube land that don't know, so when somebody goes in the water, they go straight to the bottom, and then they start letting off like an oil or gassing, that type of stuff. And it does hang around, and it attaches itself to structures. A floating log can float in the water and go down half a mile, and that scent can be on that log. It's a matter of fact, it's happened. And you can have something in that area, and the water will rise, or current, wind, all different kinds of things, and you won't nothing alerted in that area, which is what happened to us today. We went out there, and
exactly.
the water was they let the dam open a little bit. The water came up a little bit. It was real windy, and she didn't alert nothing. Or what?
Current was worse.
Yes, the current was a lot worse. Just rough conditions, but we still got a lot of sonar done. We had.
When did he go missing?
We had Wesley, another guy named Wesley. He come out with his boat on his own dime. I tried to fill his boat up, and he refused it, and pretty much doing on his own, just like we do. And that's, we want to help people that come and help us. You guys donating to us, we can help other people that come in and help us. That's what these funds go for. To me, it's what they should go for.
Wes gave the date that he went missing.
Yes, 12, which was December the 26th, is when he went missing. He was last seen on the I-24 bridge right by the Kentucky Dam. Anyway, Wes searched the banks for us today, and he went, I think he said 10 miles is what he did. So that was super awesome. With my little 15 horse motor, there was no possible way I could have done 10 miles, 7 miles even. We did, what did we do? 2.5, two and a half, something like that.
10 miles down, 10 miles
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so he did 20 miles of river, basically, because he went down on the left side of the Tennessee River, 10 miles, and then when he went to the right side and come back, another 10 miles. So that is awesome, and it's very much appreciated. Me personally, I couldn't have done it with the motor that I have on there. We'd still be out there, probably still going downriver.
Every little bit of help is appreciated.
Yeah. So my question to anybody out there that has a boat and a motor that's bigger than a 15 horse like mine, if you can go out and get a hold of the family, if you get a hold of me, we need to get boats in the water. We need to search the banks. I think it says like 18 miles from where he supposedly went in the water down to the Ohio River. And if we can search from there all the way up on both sides would be great.
He said he had a 9.9 Nissan on it when he got it.
Yeah, and I bet you got rid of that thing pretty quick. Anything you want to add in there, John?
Yeah, this group of rivers here, all in this whole region here, at some point empty into another big river. And it's critically important to be able to get out as soon as possible to be able to cover the areas that anybody in the water might more than likely be in before it hits another major body of water with other vessels coming through and things such as that.
Absolutely. We definitely need to do that. So we did get to meet Wesley's mom today, and my heart breaks for this family because it's just a bad deal all around. But I would never ask her to be on here because it's been pretty rough on her. And it's been rough on all of them, really. But
this is Edward Tidwell's daughter. Appreciate you guys and thank you so much in searching for my father, Edward Hale Tidwell, aka Eddie. I hope you guys find this man you're talking about searching for.
So we're gonna be coming back. Thank you, Angela, for being on here. And we're not done searching for your dad either. So dang, I just hit a roadblock.
Jason did a super chat.
Jason, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Anyway, we need to get boats in the water, searching the banks, every day, morning, evening, get somebody going up and down the river from the Ohio River all the way up. Now, what's going to happen with it being cold water like that? Normally, correct me if I'm wrong, but when they start gassing and they come off the bottom, they're going to hover and start moving with the current. And then as they gas more, and then finally they'll come to the top. So they could be half a mile, 2 miles, whatever, downriver before they even hit the surface.
But you need boats in the water every day.
But you need boats in the water every day. And from the way the chart shows with the water temperatures and the overall scenario.
And sometimes that lower current, Ron, is a little more active than the top current.
Usually not. Usually once you get below a thermocline, your current is a lot less. So that's why he wouldn't, if he when he started gassing and coming up, he wouldn't move so far. So if he come all the way to the top, he might be 20 miles down. Where if he just kind of did that and then hit the top, he'd only be
The body will start bloating after 30 days in colder weather.
No.
Holly says.
Miss Holly. He will start doing that in about 10 to 12 days.
And Ron said, the colder the water, the longer the process will take too.
Yes. Now, if it was 90-degree weather and it was 70-degree water, and he just ate a big old steak,
Be totally different.
It'd only take a day or two, maybe 3 at the most. But with colder water, yes, it takes longer. But with the chart, the chart that they go by, it says between 10 and 12 days.
I said, wow.
Yeah. So if you have good sonar, good boat, whatever, if you know sonar better than I do, please, by all means, get out there and help this family.
Come find him.
Yes, we can use all the help we can get.
We don't care who finds him as long as he's found.
Just try to bring, Wesley home to his family. That's all we care about. Forgot what I was thinking about. I do that a lot. Big dummy.
Getting old.
Yeah.
Maybe with the water temps here in Canada, Holly.
Yeah. Yeah. Where the water's frozen for a month at a time.
There's Corey Johnson.
Hey, Corey, what's up, buddy? All right, let me go back through here and say hi to some of these guys. I know they're probably throwing stuff at the TV right now.
Well, you got Ringo. You got
William,
Morris,
Margaret, Ron.
Vance is on here, and he just did a super chat.
Hey, Vance, how you doing, buddy? Got Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Got Misty. Ellsworth. What's up, Lacey?
Had the phone first. Now Ellsworth got it back.
Ah, okay. So funny story with Lacey. I sent her. She calls me her Paw Patrol. Which one does she call me? Ronnie on the case.
Yes, Chase on the case.
Chase on the case. She calls me Ronnie on the case.
Ellsworth said Lacey stole my phone until she went to bed.
So I sent her a hat. And it had Paw Patrol puppies on it.
Yeah, and we had Rex sign it.
Yeah, and Rex signed it with his paw.
Yep, we had Rex sign it.
Let's see. Miss Kathy's on here.
Elizabeth's
on here. All right, so anything else you want to add, John, or?
No, not now.
Okay. Anybody got any questions or anything? That you want to ask John, or you want to ask me, or? Or even the family. I think some of them may be on here watching. I'm not sure. So be mindful of, the family may be watching and be respectful, guys.
Some watch and don't communicate.
Hey, John.
Yes.
You put the you put that chat comment
in the
private chat.
Okay.
Lacey is almost 6 months Caesar free.
Jana is in here. Kathy.
about 28 river miles from Paducah Ramp to Olmsted Dam.
Okay, so 28 river miles. Okay, so we're looking at 28 miles of river is what we need to cover. I think, let's see, I'm going to be gone
From the 10th, 11th, and 12th.
10th, 11th, and 12th. The 10th will be in St. Francisville, Illinois. And
then we're going to be on the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
I ain't worried about that.
That's just from Paducah Ramp downtown.
Okay. Is that Miss Tammy?
It says, met y'all yesterday. Really appreciate all you've done. Malice did good.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep, I remember what.
wait, the last one.
Miss Valerie, so Miss Valerie that's on here is Wesley's mom. She is a sweetheart. What?
Ryan Doom, thank you guys for helping out with Wes and the family. It's greatly
There's Miss
appreciated.
Tammy.
I am here too, just under Andy's YouTube. And she put love your Malice. Is that how you say
Malice.
It? Malice?
Yeah, it's his dog's name, Malice. I'm trying to get Rex and Malice hooked up, but John said
I've got a block on my screen now.
What is it?
I've got a block on my screen now that says sign in to go to StreamYard.
Should be able to just exit out of it. Can you still see us?
Yeah, I can see you just barely about the side.
Sheila put, how long will you continue to search?
I'm trying to get this sign in thing off.
We're not good with giving up, Sheila. I don't do well with giving up.
We don't give end dates. We search as long as we can.
I will search until I can't search no more, until I'm down to my last penny. I will search. Yeah, I may not be able to be out there every day. Okay. I may not be able to be out there every single day, but we will search. I believe Miss Valerie, I believe you can maybe contact her or her son Nick or her daughter
What? Lindsay?
Yeah, Lindsay. Sorry, Lindsay. I literally just talked to her on the phone.
And I haven't even met any of them. And I know the name.
So yeah, I mean, you can also, if you want to, you can message the Brothers Underwatery Facebook page, and we can get you hooked up as well, as if you want to do, land searching. That's awesome, Andy. Anyway, what I was saying is the 10th, we're going to be searching for Jared McCulloch over in St. Francisville, Illinois. And then the 11th and 12th, we are going to be in Missouri and hopefully recovering someone, and there'll be an update on that as well.
That one will be a joined effort.
That will be a joined effort, but we're not going to say who it's with just yet. And John, are you planning on
He was
coming to the
being there
10th?
on the 10th. Yeah.
I'll know on the 8th if I'm going to be there the 10th, because I canceled a VA appointment for Friday to go to Missouri, and I think they was wanting to set it for the 10th, and I'll have to see what they're going to do.
Cassie said, "What part of Missouri?"
It'll be around the what's it called? Where's Boomland?
Boomland.
Yeah, Boomland.
I don't remember.
Sykeston.
Everybody knows
Boomland.
It'll be. Just tell them Boomland.
It'll be close to Sykeston.
Anytime
Missouri.
I ever tell anybody, I just tell them I'm going to Boomland. That's what I call it.
Let's see. What else?
Sorry, guys. I got kids in the background. That's why I keep looking over here.
So, also the detective that's over this case, I believe there's two of them, but the one that I've been in contact with for the family is Detective Miles. Super, super sweet woman. Got a hold of her and told her about the anomaly in the water, what we thought it was, and no hesitation. She said, "I'm bringing the cavalry. I'll be there in just a little bit." And what was it, 30 minutes or less? They were there, come pulling in.
Less.
And she brought the water rescue and all of them. So she stood by her word.
Sykeston home, Lampert's, the throne rolls.
What?
That's where you're going to Missouri. He said it's home of Lampert's.
I didn't think Sykeston was. I thought that was farther like north. Is it Sykeston?
No, Sykeston's got it, and Branson, or not Branson, but Ozark, Missouri has it.
Ozark. That's what I was saying. Ozark, Missouri. That's where we went.
Yeah, that's farther west, almost due west.
I mean, drones help just to see if maybe when if he did jump into the water and he did swim and get to the bank, and per se that he was so cold in the wind, this was like 9:30 at night,
out of breath, couldn't breathe.
And he was out of breath and just super, super cold and got up on the bank, then yes, drones would absolutely help going down the side.
The drones would help if they can see where he's surfaced.
Yeah, I mean, but you can only go so far, and then you're gonna have to move your boat up, and then go so far with the drone, and go move your boat up, and go so far with the drone.
Stephanie Jenks said yes, Lampert's is close to where you are going.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to the Throw Rose then, huh? Yeah, maybe not. They'll probably hit me with one.
My first time going
Throw
there,
it back at them.
My first time going there, I threw it back at them because I didn't know that that's what they did there, and they threw it at me, and I was a kid, and I was like, why did this person just throw a roll at me? And I threw it back at the waiter.
Yeah, I'd be like, you throw a roll at me?
They're like, you can't do that. They do that here. That's what they do. I said, they don't know. Why are they throwing stuff at me?
Okay, so yeah, the 11th and 12th, I'll be there meeting up with another crew. And then after that, I will more than likely be back with Miss Valerie and her family. And I'm assuming John will be with us as well. And then I'll have to take off again the 26th, 27th, and 28th. Oh, he just went gone. We'll get him back here in a minute, maybe. Yeah, we're still live. So it wasn't us.
No.
Okay. So it must have been his
what
internet.
gets thrown? Jason said he doesn't know about it.
Big old rolls. Big rolls. Like bread. Big rolls of bread.
They throw them at you while you're eating.
I don't know what they call them in Canada. What do they call rolls in Canada? Yeah, it's like bread. What do they call that in Canada?
What can be done to improve for future response time on county? Heather Sharp said.
I mean, I don't know what kind of system they got, so I couldn't tell you. But I know when I was in EMA and the fire department, we had a text alarm that would go to our phones. You know, anybody that, and you got to keep in mind, these guys are all, except for the director.
Jason said they're called rolls. Here.
Okay. All but the director is paid or not paid. The director is usually paid, you know, just like your fire chiefs, they're usually paid. Everybody else is all volunteer guys. They take their own time out of their own families to come and do this stuff. And we used to have, like, when a call would come in to 911, they would send out a text message to let us know that something was happening. And then we'd all rush to the barn or whatever and get everything and then go out. So, I mean, it's not like they're just sitting there waiting for calls to come in. So response time, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what kind of system they have over there or what could be done to, you know, improve that. Maybe a system like that.
Heather. Heath. It's Heath, not Heather.
Heath
said 10-4. Appreciate your response.
No problem. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of is maybe they get some kind of system like that, and that would help.
That way it notifies everybody individually.
Yeah. I mean, in this particular case, you know, there was two bystanders or civilians that called 911 about a guy on a bridge. The first law enforcement officer come through, seen him standing there. The second one come through, you know, roughly 30 seconds later, a minute later, something like that. And he was gone.
Sam's on here.
Hey, Samantha.
Volunteerism is dying. That's why we appreciate what you folks do here so much and not charge the families.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to ramble on what it cost me to do this, but it doesn't matter. Every little bit of help that you guys give us is greatly appreciated.
Is the time of year a factor?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about as far as like response time.
Again.
Oh.
He's talking, but we can't hear him.
All right, John, you're back, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, he can hear us. He just got a little bit of a delay on his internet.
The likelihood of Wes not going in the water is slim to none, correct?
I guess you could say that. I mean, his family pretty much believes he did. You know, law enforcement believes he did. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd have to believe that he did. So that's the way we're treating it.
Under the circumstances and the info that we have, that is what everybody is leaning to.
Yes, and I did tell Miss Valerie and Lindsay and Nick. Well, I don't think Nick was there at the time. That they can, for your request, the dash footage and the body footage of the officers that were involved in this, and that'll give them times, all the information they need, and the footage of it as well.
They don't have cams on all the time, unfortunately.
If they're on duty, they're supposed to have their cameras on. That's supposed to be policy. If the government or your state, your county, whatever, and I'm sure I've got law enforcement on here watching this, and that's okay. If your county, your state, your government, whatever, pays for a body cam, it needs to be on for your safety and the public safety.
All the time.
All the time.
And not just when you want to turn it on.
Because there's some idiots out here, and there's not some not so great cops out there. So cover both bases. It'd be better to have them on instead of off.
Wife is a manager in Paducah. Long story, but when cops came, they didn't have the camera on. Bad guy ran right in front of the car.
Yep.
It's only when they are talking or having interactions with someone that they're supposed to have it on.
I thought they were supposed to. Well, he had his lights going, so from what I understand, he had his lights going, so his camera should have been activated at that point in the car.
Not true, Ronnie. They are always on, but they have to activate them.
They should. My opinion. My opinion alone, they should have them on.
For them to record. They have to activate them for them to record. I was just about to mention the dash cam as well.
But yeah, and I think that's the way it works. When the lights come on the car, the dash cam comes on.
It's supposed to activate it.
Yeah.
I agree. It'd be a lot of footage, but could help things. What should I do if they say it's not available for me? Val said.
Wait until we get off live, and then I'll tell you.
She said she's going tomorrow.
It could take up to 30 days to be released, or unless they're considering this an ongoing investigation, and then it will not be released until he's found.
I would still go tomorrow though and request it.
Yes,
so
I
they
would
know
definitely
what she
go
wants
tomorrow
it.
and request it. Get a hold of Detective Miles, and see what she can do to help you get that.
That way, at least it's on record that she's trying to get it.
Yes. John, I don't want to just leave you sitting there, buddy. If you got anything to add, jump in.
Yeah, you can just start talking.
Nope. You've covered it quite well, as a matter of fact.
I'm trying. There's a lot to remember.
She said, gotcha. Thank you. I will.
You are very welcome, Miss Valerie. They
are not always on. Usually they are activated when light sirens are on or when they get out of the car.
There you go.
Do they automatically activate, or do they have
not
to
the ones on the
them?
body cam? I think they have to activate those.
Typically, yes, for dash cams. Body cams actually start the recording 30 seconds prior to activation, but without audio.
Yep. Well, hopefully they have something.
Yeah, even if it's just a few minutes of footage, it's something.
Yeah. Which, from what I'm understanding, even if they have footage, all it's going to show is the law enforcement officer going down, flipping around, and coming back. And by that point, of course, he was already not on the bridge anymore.
And by the time the second officer got up there, he was already not on the
Right.
bridge.
And he was 30 seconds to a minute behind the other one. Now, keep in mind, on this bridge, you got the southbound lane over here. You got the northbound lane over here. And then you have a center strip in the center that's open. And it's probably 20 foot wide.
Jason said that can be obtained with a public records request.
Yeah, which is a FOIA request, I think is what they call it here for videos.
And Kathy said good night and good luck.
Good night, Kathy, and thank you. So, like I was telling you guys earlier, Miss Valerie, even if he was stopped his vehicle in that, I think it was westbound lane or whatever, if he would have stopped there to try to talk to Wes or whatever, which could have been okay, but he had an 18-wheeler behind him and couldn't stop real quick, is what I was told. He still couldn't have got over to the other bridge, stopping there.
Stephanie Jinks said she needs to do an FOIA request for body cam footage, and I believe they have 5 days to respond to her. He said, what is the process they take or you take to actually dive and enter the water? And Ron said, how far of a drop is it to the water? So
it's about an 80-foot drop. I'll answer Ron's first. And then
Wes already answered Ron.
What?
Bridge looks to be 80 plus feet high. Water's about 13 to 15 feet deep.
Yep. And then what was the process to take? So I can actually enter the water without permission from anyone. I can dive that water.
Because he's not a company. He's not a 501c.
Yeah. But the problem with that is when you're messing with a body in the water, law enforcement typically has to be there to remove the body from the water.
So he can find the body.
I can find it. I can mark it. I just can't pull it because I can get in a whole lot of trouble. But I can secure it until law enforcement gets there.
Have you sonared upstream of the bridge at all and near the pillars to the bridge?
I have. I have sonared under the bridge about 50 to 80 yards downstream and about the same upstream on both sides of the bridge.
He said, gotcha again, appreciate your explanation. Ron said he could be stuck in the mud with it being that shallow.
Brother, I have sonared around that bridge so much that I can tell you every piece of wood, I can tell you the 2 tires that are there, every structure, concrete that's down there.
Wes said, is it possible for him to go upstream?
No. I've never seen it happen.
Jason asked if you sonared upstream.
I know.
And Jason said, I asked because that happened with a child that drowned here a few years ago.
In a river or like, well, yeah, I guess it'd be a river, but I've never actually seen that happen. I mean, have you ever seen that happen, John?
What's that? I didn't hear what the question was.
For a body to go upstream?
I've never heard of that or seen it. I've definitely never seen it, never heard of it.
Me neither. Sonny's on there. What's up, buddy?
Current near the dam was pretty strong today. Might not have been days before.
Right, and that is one thing that we don't know for sure what the current was the night that he went missing. and I'm not sure if we can even find that
Jason
information
said
out.
river, and they had to drop the water level down almost to nothing to locate him.
Wow. But like I said, I'm decent at reading my sonar. But if anybody out there that thinks they are like top of the line, top notch, whatever, reading sonar, please come and help this family.
It was near a dam, but the damage was half a mile upstream.
That's about maybe a little less than a half a mile, but that's about where the dam is on this one.
Ronnie, I've only heard of it once, and that was because of the undertow in the American River.
I guess undertow could do that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Wes, that was in Canada.
He said, do you have to turn over your scans or sonar? Do you have to turn it over to the law enforcement?
No, absolutely not. They want to see what I got on my sonar, they can get out on the river with me on my boat. Now, footage, me doing recording and things like that, I don't have to give that over, but I've always give them that option if they want it. We can download it all the footage onto a flash drive or another SD card or something like that, and I have no problem giving it to them.
Wes said, I sure wish I had side view on mine.
What all you got? Just down view?
It was said it was the undertow that took him upstream and an eddy that kept him there when they found him. Okay.
I mean, that does make sense. I guess it is possible.
Yes, center view. What's that?
I don't know what center view is, bud. All I know is a down imaging.
Over top of it. He has to be over the top.
Okay, so you're down vision. It's called down view or down scan, side scan. So you got down scan. Man, that would suck.
He said yes. He said, I appreciate your work you have done and continue to do for all these families.
Well, we appreciate you watching and listening to me ramble and looking at her pretty face, not mine.
Especially appreciative being interested in aside from watching, talking to their friends and relatives about it, and getting their interest up, because it's amazing what has transpired with these search groups that work underwater with this one person starting it with Jared.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ultimately, he is the one that started all this, and it's just grew from there, and we need more people doing it, honestly. And the more people that do it, that are, how do I say this? In it for the right reasons, law enforcement starts working with us and, being professional about what you're doing. I'm trying to say this right so I don't call people out that need to be called out. But anyway.
What type of mask are you using, Ronnie? I'm looking to start collecting equipment for my own dive setup since I got my open water cert.
All I have is just a regular face mask. I don't have a full face. That's what I want, is a full face. I would love to have a full face mask. That would be awesome. Sonny, you need to go get certified to dive, bud. Come on and join us. We can always use another dog. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about.
The people that were in it for the right reasons.
Oh, yeah. You know, the people that are in it for the right reasons and doing it for the right reasons, then, you know, we need more people like that because law enforcement will work with us. And if you're in it for the wrong reasons is why it gives people like us a bad name. I think I said that okay.
Yeah.
Won't name no names just yet. Any more questions or anything before we get off here? I'm pretty wore out, and I know John is too. And like I said, we'll be back at it after the 12th. You know, we've got a spot up in Oakland City that I need to get checked for Andy Wagner. And then, you know, like I said, on the 10th, got Jared McCulloch that we'll be searching for, and that's going to be a huge search effort for that one. Anybody that wants to help on that one, more than welcome to come out and help us. I think we're going to have 3 cadaver dog teams there. Me, John, and Jack. I can't think what band together. K9 will be there, and then Integrity K9 will be there, and then X will be there. So if anybody's got a puppy that's black, I'd like to have a black German Shepherd or a black Belgian Malinois female, about 6 months old or less. I would like to start training her for water cadaver. So if anybody's got one that good dog or knows someone that's got one that would be willing to donate it or decently cheap, get a hold of me on Facebook on the Brothers Underwater Recovery Facebook page. Will y'all ever be doing this? I say we do searches in Kentucky all the time. That's where we're at now. Don't know Eastern Kentucky. I mean, I don't know where that's at, but we've been to Louisville. We've been to all over Kentucky.
Yeah.
Prestonsburg, Kentucky. I can't think of where all we've been. Henderson. Everywhere. But anyway, John, I really do. Yep, Lexington. There you go, Ron. Come on, buddy. Start popping out them names where we've all been. You've been with us on quite a few of them. We did the March Mission and went to like 30 different places.
Carlton,
yeah. But anyway, John, if you want to, stay on here just for a minute after we end the live stream. And Frankfort, okay. Kentucky, we pulled out 3 or 4 cars from there. Frankfort, Kentucky, on the
that's when I was
the Kentucky River. Yeah.
That found out there was several that couldn't be pulled.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to take up your time, any more of your time. I think we've covered just about everything. Move.
What is needed?
Boats.
I'm trying to find John's channel on here. No luck.
John's
Yes.
Integrity Canine. He does not have a channel. Do you have a Facebook page, John?
Yes, I do. It's Integrity Canine, but it's spelled Canine because it wouldn't allow me to use the K and the 9. It was grammatically wanting to be correct, I guess.
Okay, so what I need you to do is when we get off of here, I'll have you copy and paste and send me your link to that page. And then I'll put it in the description of this video.
Okay, that sounds good.
That way everybody will have it, so everybody can go down to the description in this one. Probably 20 minutes after we get off of here, and you'll be able to go to his page and like it and all that stuff so you can stay up to date with what he's doing as well. So, any more questions? Couple more minutes before we get off here.
That's not it. What's it called exactly?
It's called Integrity
Canine what?
Canine Services. Yep. That's it. All right, send. You putting it in the...
You find
live?
it?
Yep, she's going to put it in the comments in the live.
Just posted.
Okay, very good.
Yes, there it is. Have you ever heard of Hazard, Kentucky? Yes, I have.
He's 30 to 45 minutes back to the side of it.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Hazard, Kentucky. Sure have. Matter of fact, I have to look back in my book, but I think there's...
It's over on the east side.
I think there's somebody missing in Hazard, Kentucky, if I remember correctly, with a vehicle.
Y'all be safe out there.
Thank you, William. All right, John, if you would stay on here, buddy.
Okie dokie.
Andy wants to know if William will be going out tomorrow on the river.
It's Wes.
Or Wes. What'd I say?
William.
Oh, my God. See? I need to get off here.
Wes is going to be going out tomorrow.
Ron has family in Hazard. Well, you better tell him to get out of there so they ain't in Hazard anymore. All right, guys, we are going to end this live stream. Thank you for joining us. Look like wind and rain here tomorrow. That's not good. Anyway, we're going to end this live stream and get off here and get some rest. And like I said, if you want to help, we need boats more than anything. And if there's an expert, yes, and people's time, of course. Like I said, if there's somebody out there that thinks they're awesome at sonaring, please come and do your thing and help us find him and bring him home. No, thank you, Wes. Appreciate it, buddy. Guys,
yes, thank you very much.
Stick with us, and we're out of here.